Hi guys, my name is Deborah. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a continuation of our bustier dress with an asymmetric neckline. Please do well to subscribe, like, share and comment on this video as it will encourage me to post more tutorials for you guys. Now let's continue. After taping my patterns, I have gone ahead to open it and I will be taking my neckline on the other part of the pattern, which was 3 inch for my neck width and 3 inch for my neck depth. I will then come down by 3.5 inch on both sides of the neckline. You can also come down by 4 inch if you want your cleavage to show, but for me, for the sake of this tutorial, I use 3.5 inch. Please carefully take your time to watch this part of the video because this is where the details lies on. After marking the 3.5 inch I came down with from my neck depth, I will go down to my armhole line and I will come in by 1 inch, and I will carefully use my curved ruler to make a curved shape. Please carefully pay attention on the way I placed my curved ruler. This place is tricky and you know the pattern is no longer straight, so you have to be careful in placing your curved ruler so that you'll be able to get the correct shape. Please feel free to freestyle the shape you want for your neckline here, but be careful not to go deeper so that your neckline doesn't end up gaping after sewing it. Also, be mindful of your bust line when making these curves. Please don't go lower than your actual bust line, because if you go lower than that, your neck will be gaping and you wouldn't want that. So be careful, whatever shape you're making, be mindful of your actual bust line. As you can see, I have drawn my curved shape and I will try to modify the shape to look like what I actually want. At this point, use your curved ruler or you freestyle. You can use your hand to freestyle and just try to modify the shape so it looks like what you want, what you envision. It must not be like what you're seeing on the screen. Just use your mind, your initiative, and curve out properly the way you want the neckline to look like. I will also try to eliminate those sharp ends because we don't need it. I'm sorry if you can't see properly the lines of the pencil. You can go ahead and zoom in the video. At this point, I'm done with the shape of the neckline and I'll go ahead and cut out the curve shape I drew. After that, I will use my scissors to carefully open up the patterns just like it was before I taped them together. Please be careful at this point so you will not ruin your pattern. You can see how I'm carefully using my hand to peel off the tips, because if you use a scissors right there, you might actually cut in between and you will not want to start again. I'm done removing the tapes, and at this point you can see what we have here. You can see what our pattern looks like. Sorry, I made a mistake when I was drafting, and I'll just recurve that armhole line. I'll reconnect it back. I'll quickly do that and then we continue. At this point you can see what our pattern is looking like. If you watch closely at that shoulder part, you see that I did not cut out the other hand. I taped it together, and that is how I'm going to use it to cut on my main fabric. I will not remove that tape that I used on that other hand, I will cut it together on my fabric that way. And you can see the other side of the side front. Sorry, I made a mistake here. I will use this very pattern because I didn't take my bust dart on the other part of the side front, so I will quickly use that other pattern to take the bust dart so that everything will rhyme together. At this point, if there is anything you do not understand on this video, please drop a comment and I will attend to it. Whatever question you have, please drop a comment. I will attend to it. I will reply you. And if you do not understand the video, you can rewatch it again to understand better. You can watch the previous video that I dropped so that you understand everything about this pattern. Sorry, I had to draw my back pattern off camera. This is just a basic back pattern with a 1-inch dart and a zipper allowance. At this point, I will go ahead and use my pattern to cut on my actual fabric. As you can see, I have cut on my actual fabric and I added 1/2-inch allowance for joining. On the side part, I added 2-inch for sewing allowance. Watch carefully and you see the part where I added 1/2-inch allowance and the part where I added 2-inch allowance for sewing. I'll also go ahead and use this my pattern and also cut on my lining. I'll cut out my lining just as I've cut for my main fabric. Thank you for watching till this very moment, and I'll urge you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow, like and comment. Now this is for my skirt part. I have marked out my horizontal measurements, which is my waistline, my hip line and my skirt length. I'll go ahead to impute my body measurements, which is my round waist divided by 4, my round hip divided by 4, and on my skirt length, what I usually do is that I will minus 6-inch from my round hip measurement. Then I will divide it into 4 and take my measurements. Please listen to this again. I will take my round waist measurement divided by 4, my round hip divided by 4, and on my skirt length I will minus 6-inch from my round hip measurement, then divide it into 4 and take my measurements. Then I will mark out my measurements. Watch carefully to see what I'm doing. Please always be mindful of any sharp edge. Try to eliminate every sharp edge, especially on the hip parts. After taking all the necessary measurement and marking it down, I will then use my scissors to cut out and place it back on another fabric. So I would cut my back pattern. I have placed the front part of the skirt on another fabric, and the first thing I will do is to come in by 2-inch for my zipper allowance and also my butt contouring. Please pay attention here. If you notice, our back is not straight but curved because of our buttocks. So on the waistline, I will go out by 1 inch, and on the hip line, I will go out by 1.5 inch, and on the skirt length, I will go out by 1 inch, and then I will draw my lines. And after drawing my lines and I've cross-checked to see that everything is in order, I'll go ahead and use my scissors to cut out my skirts. And that is basically everything for this tutorial. Thank you for watching till this moment. Please share, subscribe and like, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. And please turn on your notification button so that whenever I drop a video like this, you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you.